everyone, and welcome back to my devlog about my indie game Final Exit. Where we left off, I was talking about code conversion from JScript or JScript, which I think in other videos I accidentally or unintentionally calling it JavaScript. Anyway, to C#, I'm talking about how the error we're getting. Actually, it's not that one. Well, basically, you're not allowed wait for seconds in the on trigger event, where you could in the old JScript. For reasons that I'm sure someone could easily explain, but it's beyond me. Now I've been through, and what I've been doing, I've been replacing them just with a function to a wait for seconds out of the main function. Whether that's fully going to work, it's a bit hard to tell because there are so many of them. And I'm sure there's a better way of doing this, but I'm just getting to the last one now, and just wanted to see. Obviously, there are a lot of other errors that need fixing, but wanted to see if this would actually fix the issue. And we'll go through and fix some bugs as we go along. And after this is done, I'm not saying it'll be super quick converting all of this, but I will then go through the logic of the main game engine and what all the different blocks do and how the game works and things like that. So let's see what other errors this picks up now. For some reason, Visual Studio, when you work on it for a long time, is really slow. You restart it and it kicks back in. As slow as that, I'm not even typing. It just kicks in. Yeah, I'm sure if we restart that, it'll work. That's saved. Updates on the bottom. Is that going to fix all these wait for second errors? No, we've still got the same error because I've got double brackets. Right, there we go. Right, well, let's fix the wait for seconds now. Just update. Right, so it's got the same error still on the on trigger event. Cannot be an iterator because it's void. So does that mean I'm still in here? I must have some wait for functions still going. So basically what I've been doing, I've been commenting them out, putting in a call to a function that does the same thing and taking that value into it. There must be one still in there, but this has gone extremely slow. Let me just kill that. That's me. Let me open it. But that's basically, this is what the error is doing, and it should almost be fixed. Also, there are lots of other little errors that are going to pop up, but I thought I wanted to see if I could get rid of this main error first and then whiz through all the other little fixes. No idea if it's going to fix the entire game engine because it's just so vast. But at least if we can get rid of the errors, then we can go through bit by bit and test it. Wow, this is slow. Okay, so right, that's much better. Wait for seconds. The fun task of finding out where that is. I might pause the video while I do this because I haven't seen me do that. Try again. Is it going to get... Yeah, right, there we go. 285, which sounds a crazy amount. But the point is, I mean, I haven't tested it yet. We're not getting that error where you're not allowed to have yield return in there. And we've got the Wheel of Death. Right, there we go, 285, which sounds an insane amount. And it kind of is, but a lot of it will be fixed fairly quickly. So for instance here, expression denotes a type, blah blah blah. Now the reason it's wrong, if you like, it's been copied from the JScript version, and they worked. And to my really bad programming knowledge, it just worked. Got on with it. Why would you question something? I believe now you have to put the word new because you do a new vector. The error goes. Also, I'll go through and do the rest of them, but this should go down to 284. Updates. This is a sheer amount. Up to 283. Anyway, so I can steam through all that fairly quickly and get a lot fixed, and I will come back in a minute and show you, or any other issues come up with. So, I was only gone for about 1 minute, to be honest. Fixed a few things. Now, the main chunk of errors here. Cannot convert double to float, blah blah blah. So, problem is, again, in jscript and jscript, what we call it. So, this is all fine. You need to set these to floats because they're not integers, integers being whole numbers, obviously. And that's not going to do with the error because other errors are you cannot explicitly change. I'm not sure what the actual error is. You cannot modify one part of the position or the rotation or the scale, as in you can't say .x equals this, where you could before I mean as in jscript. So what you have to do, and what I've been doing in other versions of code, so other scripts, sorry, is it's basically the same, but you just have to assign. There are a couple of ways you could make a temp variable or whatever this is and plonk it back in. But I've just been doing. You change basically all the position of the x, y, z. You don't actually want to change y and z. We're just doing x. So what you do is, or what I do, is make it a new vector. So x, you want this. Comment out that little comment in there to get it cleaner. And then, annoyingly, because it just wastes time, unfortunately. Well, actually, we're just rounding up the x. Right, okay, yeah, so that's fine. We're rounding up the x, but then in the y, we'll just put whatever the current transform position.y is, and same for the z. They're not going to be affected. They are what they are. There's slightly different ways you could do this, but you know what? It's the way I know how to do it. It's annoying that you can't just explicitly change one axis or something like that. It's a bit of faff, but there we go. Let's go down by a few errors. There we go, few, and it's going to be the same again. The roads, obviously everything red, the exact same thing, red, 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 red for the transform positions, rotations, all the same thing. I mean, these ones here are functions that I haven't copied across in the JScript file, which I will do in a minute, but I think I will just go and clean up